Hello everyone, my name is Svetlana Mucha and I'm the leading matchmaker and dating coach at Diolli.com. Greetings from Kerpen, Germany. Today I will answer a very tricky question. Why do some relationships fail when it is long distance? Well, it's not a secret that there can be numerous reasons for a relationship, if it is local or if it is a long distance relationship at the moment. Why do they fail? But very often singles have no clue how to build a long-distance relationship, or they underestimate all the challenges. Pretty often, however, the reason why long-distance relationships fail is the lack of thorough planning. People often neglect real dates. They forget that it is important to actually meet face-to-face, offline at one territory. Like always, I will share a story with you. Once we have been working with a gentleman and we have introduced him with a lady in Ukraine, and they hit it off like really quickly. Chemistry was almost palpable at their date, and you could tell that these two, they really liked each other, and during their dates everything went really well, and we all kept our fingers crossed. And then the gentleman has returned back to the US, and the lady, she stayed in Kiev, and they have continued communicating almost every day by text and by phone calls, and every weekend they did a Zoom date, and they took this video date seriously, so everything looked good. We have warned the client that, you know what, this first impression that you have managed to make on each other, it will start fading a month and a half after you have separated physically. So it is important to plan another meeting not longer than 2 months after your real meeting. So don't wait with it. You should already start discussing your next meeting, when and how it will happen. But the gentleman has returned back home, and he said that communication with the lady, let's call her Elena, is going really well. Everything goes smoothly. We are texting. So he thought that he knows what he's doing, and he thought that the lady will wait, and work was busy, and he has decided that, okay, 2 months, it's too soon. Maybe we can wait a bit longer, and the lady will wait, and nothing bad will happen. Just like we have predicted, 2 months after the gentleman and the lady have physically separated, communication went downhill. So first they have started to text each other not so often because life is busy, and well, sometimes they have started to reschedule their weekly video dates, because now not every weekend one of them could manage it. Because life happened, friends, family, work, sometimes one of them was not in the mood to do a video date, so communication became less and less frequent, and 3 months after they have separated physically in Ukraine, the lady has decided to go on a vacation with her girlfriends, and the gentleman was very upset. He said that she has used her vacation time, but they haven't decided the dates when and how they would meet, and there is still no plan. So they have started talking that they should meet, but they didn't make any exact planning. And the lady went on this vacation, and on her way back home on a plane, she has met a cute Turkish guy, and they have started texting. 2 weeks after they have met, this Turkish gentleman flew to Kiev to meet the lady. They had a few dates, and then 2 weeks after he has returned to Turkey, he has texted her and invited her over to Istanbul. She flew there, and after that trip she has called us, and she has written a long email to our client telling that she has met someone else. Right now you can tell me that she has cheated on the gentleman. Well, we were also upset that this communication unfortunately was finished, was done. But if we are completely honest, there was no relationship yet. So our client and this lady Elena, they didn't have a discussion about being exclusive yet. So they had 4 or 5 nice dates in Kiev, and after that they had about 2 months of active communication by phone, by Zoom. but neither of them brought up this question about where are we going and what is happening next. The lady assumed that once they met in person again, they would have this conversation about being exclusive, about becoming boyfriend and girlfriend and pushing this acquaintance to the next level. The gentleman also told us that he preferred to wait till their second face-to-face meeting, and during this meeting, if everything went well, he would tell the lady that he would like to bring this acquaintance to the next level. Mind you, they haven't even kissed, because like 4 dates in Kharkov, well, she has kissed him, I think, on a cheek when he was leaving for the United States. Anyway, the gentleman was very disappointed, of course, that he has lost Yelena and she has started dating someone else. Actually, a year and a half after Yelena has met her Turkish boyfriend, they got married and she lives in Istanbul. As for our client, we have introduced him to several more ladies, and the story was constantly repeating itself. So they have met in person, everything went well, he was charming, chivalrous, and ladies liked him, they continued communicating. But as soon as he returned back home, he couldn't find time for a relationship. He would start finding excuses why he can't travel to meet her again, or when the lady starts suggesting that they meet halfway, he would start claiming that she is too pushy and he is not ready, and maybe they should wait, they should get to know each other better, etc. So, of course, after two months and a half, ladies would start losing interest, because timing is important. If the lady is looking for a serious relationship, if she wants to meet someone with whom she will build a relationship that will lead to engagement and marriage, then of course it is important for her to know where you are going and what is the goal of it. And the goal of any long-distance relationship is to actually settle on one territory. So it is very important to discuss for how long this relationship will be on this long-distance stage, long-distance phase, because it should be just a phase. You can't build a total long-distance relationship. You should both know where you are going. That okay, for 1 more year or for 6 more months you will be separated, but within the 6 months you will be flying like every 2 months to meet each other, or every 3 months to meet each other. Your next meeting is happening here, and you should know that the end goal is to, for example, settle in France or settle in the US or settle elsewhere. Who will relocate? Will you relocate? Will she relocate? Are you both relocating to start in the new country or a new city? You should discuss all this, and you should be on the same page about this relationship. What is the final goal? Not just the process that right now we are dating. What is the final goal? So for the lady, it will be crucially important to know all this. Now you can ask me why our client hasn't dated locally. Actually, he did, and same situation, and even those acquaintances, they were done even sooner than with Ukrainian ladies. Because when you're in a long-distance relationship, you can save some time on going to a date, because your date can be in your phone or in your computer. So Friday night, Saturday night, you have discussed the time and you are on phone, you don't have to go out. While when you date locally, like with that client, when he was meeting ladies on his own in the US, sometimes right before the date, he would start thinking that I'm too tired to go out on Friday, so I will reschedule or I will cancel. And of course, after like several rescheduling or a cancellation, especially short-term cancellation right before the date, ladies were not happy with that, and they understood that meeting someone was not actually a priority for this man, because he couldn't invest time into it. Sometimes ladies also struggle with this mistake. They forget that you have to invest time, the most precious thing that we have, time into this acquaintance. So when you start a long-distance relationship, when you start an international relationship, of course there will be a phase when you will continue getting to know each other while you are in different countries and different continents. So you will use your computer, you will use your phone, and this phase can be very romantic if you do it right. but you have to keep in mind that it should be just a phase. You can't build the whole relationship long distance, and you have to have similar goals. How do you see this relationship, the development? What is the final goal? Which steps you're taking at the moment to bring this relationship from long distance into a relationship when you are on the same territory in one city, in one apartment? So what are you doing right now to get there? What do you have to do to get there? And you both have to be working as a team. You both have to know where you stand, where you're going, how long will you have to wait. So why do some long-distance relationship, unfortunately, end with nothing? I would say that a very, very common scenario why this happens is lack of thorough planning, and people underestimate the importance of meeting face-to-face, offline, on one territory. Guys, I hope it was useful. I want to wish you lots of love and romance in your relationship. Svetlana Mukha, especially for Diolli.com from Kerpen, Germany.